Last Saturday, the Libertarian Party here in Sydney ran an event to try and emphasise the excessive taxes that Australians are paying. We don't have a cost of living crisis, we have a cost of government crisis. So what we did, we made an arrangement with a bottle shop in Sydney here, up at Eastwood, where the Libertarian Party would pay all the taxes, and that would enable that bottle shop to sell a carton of VB, a slab of VB, 30 cartons of VB, for less than half price. We've got 100 cases of VB, 3,000 cans, 99 cents a can. That works out $29.70 for a case of VB. Now this is tax-free. That's the price that you should be paying without the government excessive taxes that they are charging. On the case of VB, you're not only paying the excise, you're paying a tax upon the excise. It is outrageous that a working man, after working his full week at home, comes to a bottle shop and has to give half of his money over to the federal government in tax. So that's the protest we're having today. Come up here with 100 cases, 3,000 cans until sold out, starting at 1 o'clock today. So the cans were priced without the tax at 99 cents each, or $29.70 for a carton of 30. That's what you would pay if it wasn't for the government taxes. Now that tax was paid by the Libertarian Party as a discount to the shop owner, so he could pass that discount on to his customers, 100 cartons. Now we advertised it extensively on social media. We were interviewed by Ben Fordham on 2GB on the Friday morning promoting it, and the promotion went very well. Anyhow, it appears that some e-safety Karen called the police on us, picked up the phone and said, "They're selling the beer too cheap." So the police, obviously it was a day in Sydney here where all the other crimes had been solved, and there was no concern about black market cigarettes being sold from hundreds of little locations around Sydney. So the police decided, on the basis of that complaint, that they would come around and raid our political event where we were selling beers at supposedly too cheap a price. So here you can see in this video with the police rock up here with this big crime scene of beers being sold too cheap. Let's just make something very clear from the start. There is absolutely nothing in any law in the country or state liquor licensing laws that prevents a bottle shop from selling discounted beer, especially when they are selling it for a short period of time and only limiting it to 1 case per customer. There's absolutely nothing in the law that makes that illegal. But yet, we had here the police turn up to our protest. And here you can see on this very busy day of policing here in Sydney, one of the police officers here, you can see him here walking around the front and getting his camera up and taking a photograph of the sign that says, "Say no to the woke agenda." Perhaps he was also checking the font size down the bottom and would send that on to the AEC to ensure that the font size, the authorization was correct, but that's another story. Then you can see him walk back around the front here, straighten the sign up that says 99 cents a can, and get the camera out and take a picture of that. Look, this is just general intimidation of the liquor store owner that was helping us, completely and utterly unnecessary. We don't have a beer police in this country. We don't have a police that goes around checking people selling things too cheap. But unfortunately, this is what we see here in Sydney today. Now, this was simply nothing but intimidation of the independent liquor store owner that was trying to help the Libertarian Party get out a point about the excessive taxes that we were paying. You would think that in a city of Sydney, with all the crime going on, and as I said, the problems of the illegal tobacco being sold throughout Sydney, you would think the police would have had better things to do than to come around and to raid a political protest against excessive taxes that Australians are being paid, or that beer was being sold too cheap. Welcome to the 2025 election campaign in Australia.